Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories, brought to you by Talebot, your child's AI storyteller. Want to create a bedtime story for your child? Visit talebotai.com/create. Now, let's sit back and enjoy the story.
Atlas and the Brilliant BFG, a bedtime adventure. A special bedtime story for Atlas. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town nestled at the foot of a rolling green hill, lived a curious and imaginative 7-year-old girl named Atlas. Atlas was known for her love of books and her wild imagination, which seemed to transport her to far-off lands and magical worlds. Every night, her parents would tuck her into bed, and Atlas would eagerly wait for her bedtime story to whisk her away on another enchanting adventure. One evening, as the moon hung high in the star-speckled sky, Atlas's parents entered her room with a special book in hand. They told her about a magical story called the BFG, written by the legendary author, Roald Dahl. They promised her that within the pages of the book lay an extraordinary tale of friendship, bravery, and wonder, perfect for a young adventurer like Atlas. With her heart pounding in excitement, Atlas settled beneath her soft blankets as her parents began to read. The story began with a little girl named Sophie, who lived in an orphanage. Sophie was a kind and clever little girl, just like Atlas. One fateful night, she encountered a giant, not like the other giants who were fearsome and wicked, but one who was jubbly and gentle, the Big Friendly Giant, or BFG for short. As her parents continued to read, Atlas's imagination soared. She pictured the giant's enormous ears that could hear dreams, his kind eyes that sparkled like the stars, and his long arms that could reach even the highest treetops. She could almost feel the gentle breeze as Sophie and the BFG set off on their adventure to stop the other giants from gobbling up innocent children. With each turn of the page, Atlas's excitement grew. She followed Sophie and the BFG through bustling cities and mysterious forests, feeling as if she were right there beside them. Together, they hatched a clever plan to awaken the world to the existence of the giants and put an end to their terrible ways. As the story reached its suspenseful climax, Atlas's heart raced. She held her breath, wondering if Sophie and the BFG would succeed in their mission. The tension built and built until finally, with a burst of courage and determination, they triumphed. The giants were defeated, and children like Sophie could sleep soundly, knowing they were safe. With a satisfied smile, Atlas's parents closed the book. Atlas's imagination continued to soar as she envisioned the new adventures that awaited Sophie and the BFG beyond the pages of the BFG. She couldn't help but wonder what other magical creatures and enchanted places they would discover together. Atlas's eyes grew heavy, and her parents kissed her goodnight, knowing their little adventurer had traveled through realms only imagined in dreams. As she drifted off to sleep, Atlas smiled, grateful for the incredible journey she had embarked upon. In her dreams, Atlas became Sophie, exploring the magical giant country hand in hand with the kind-hearted BFG. They danced among the clouds, whispered to the stars, and shared laughter that echoed across the land. Together, they brought joy and kindness to the world, teaching everyone the power of love and friendship. And so, with her heart filled with warmth and her dreams filled with magic, Atlas fell into a deep and peaceful slumber, knowing that adventure awaited her in the pages of every book and within her own imagination. And as the moon shone its gentle light upon her, she knew that her dreams would always be filled with the brilliance of the BFG. Good night, Atlas, and may your dreams always take you on wondrous adventures.
Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey. If you enjoyed tonight's story, remember, the magic doesn't have to end here. Craft your own adventure with Talebot by visiting talebotai.com/create. And as a special treat, use the coupon code TALE99 at checkout to get your bedtime story for just 99 cents, instead of the usual $2.99. Sweet dreams, and until our next tale.